One of the most common questions that I get is how do I improve my exam score? And the question there is you have to kind of look at the exam as not one entire entity, but kind of four little parts. So I'll talk about these four parts, and then I'll give you some tips on how to do better on each of these parts of the exam, because it kind of requires a different approach and strategy because I'm testing different types of skills. So the first tip I'll give you is you got to use the study guide. I give it to you for a reason at the beginning of the unit. And you can use it while we're going through. That's the big secret to success in this class is people they don't wait the night before to use the study guide. They do a little bit at a time. And when you do that, you're going to see your results just skyrocket. So let me talk about the first section. So if you look, this is an example. I'm using Unit 1 study guide. You're looking at all of these different map locations. This is the easiest make it or break it. I know, you know for a fact, I'm going to pull out of this. I'm going to ask you some of these. All you need to do is look at your maps that I give you and just print off online. Just go Middle Eastern map, print off 10 of the blank ones, and fill those suckers in until you get it down pat. That's easy. We can get those down. If you're missing those points, you're being lazy and you're not doing your job in learning these locations, which is also good news in the sense that it's easy to go and get those points back if you're losing points on the map section. That should always, always, always be 100%. Now the second part, the topics for multiple choice and matching. The matching, you can kind of basically go and get the definition, and if you just wrote the definition on each of these terms, that would be okay. Some people are confused. I've heard people say, you already gave us a study guide. No, I didn't give you the filled out study guide. I gave you essentially a blank study guide, and it is your job to go and fill in these other sections to figure out exactly what I'm going to ask. So maybe a definition would cut it for matching, but multiple choice, you're going to want to go and get more information. And for that, you need two different sources. You're going to compile it out of two sources. See if you can figure it out. Source one are going to be your in-class notes, what we talked about in class, and source two is the textbook. You're going to combine those two to make these outlines. Like I said, you want to make these outlines as we're going along. That's why I'm going to start checking to see if you're doing at a certain point. So when we're done with class, you want to go for that particular day, make your outline. So you have two options also how you want to do this. Option one is to make flashcards. So maybe, for instance, on front of the card, you'll put Young Earth Creationism, and then on the back, you'll put everything that you know about it, both from in class and then if there's anything in the textbook. Your second option is to go and create the outline. I don't want you writing. I do not want you writing on the guide itself when I check it. That's not going to be, there's not enough room right here. What you got to do is you got to either go and handwrite it out on a separate sheet of paper, or another option, which is allowable in this class, is I put this online on Passport. So say you go and you need to go characteristics of the Paleolithic age, you can make this an electronic file, and you can go and type right into it, and then if I go to check it, you're going to go and be able to do that. So that's your other option, is to go and do an outline form. You can either type it or, like I said, handwrite it. But don't you dare go and start writing the site. There's just not enough room. So that's something that you want to think about. And then you'll go through, and for instance, say on the first night of class in reading, we only got through here, then just go and make your outline for these terms, whether it's flashcards or you're handwriting it out. But you're going to have to combine both your in-class notes and your textbook, stuff from the textbook as well. And then the last part is the essay topics. The essay topics, that's why you have a separate assignment getting ready, which includes you making thesis statements, making claims, and making evidence as well, and compiling those. Those two sources just as well come from class notes and will come out of the textbook. So you're going to have to go and plan those ahead of time before you come to class. Obviously, I'm checking those for a reason because I want to prepare you. I'm giving you the questions ahead of time. You guys have no good idea how that is. I could just go throw these questions on you on the day of the exam, but I don't do that. I want to see you succeed. So if you go and you're like, oh, number 3, I have no idea where to go, come see me before that's due. Obviously, don't come the day it's due or 5 minutes before class, but be responsible. Come during my office hours. Come after school and say, I don't get this. I don't know how to start. I don't know what evidence, and I'll help you through. So there you go. If you have further questions on how to improve your grade on these exams, come and see me because I would totally love to help you out. I want to see you succeed in this course.